of Lost Honor?
Yeah, so you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
The Valley of Lost Honor is where Harakmar is. And Sajar exclaims, the only dragon that she knows within this region is an ancient red dragon that has enslaved the Fire Newt population of southern Chult. You'll be foolish to think that you can take on such a powerful foe. She describes Raz Nazi to be an evil overlord, but she knows that he can be beaten. To take on an ancient red dragon that has lived longer than any of them, who was taken home in Harakmar, is almost suicide. And she advises you not to partake in such a mission.
Do they not listen to reason?
What dragons listen to reason?
Red dragon, yeah, ancient red dragons. Do they not listen to reason? The black dragon we encountered, Shazani, listened to us, and well, kind of. Not really, actually.
I don't think Michelle's going to reason with the dragon that enslaved his people.
But we could get it to leave and return his people. We don't necessarily have to fight it.
She looks at you speculatively. If you can convince the dragon to leave its treasure, to leave its hoard, to leave its hold on the Fire Newt people, you are far stronger than I take you for. So yeah, she doesn't seem to think it's possible, but you might surprise her. Whilst you're looking at the map, you can see the Valley of Lost Honor. This is where she referenced earlier, and you can see those 3 volcanoes, the peaks of flame.
Yeah.
So she said that Omu is somewhere between the peaks of flame and the Valley of Lost Honor.
So are we talking about in between, like where polygons are, or like a circle radius? So it could be sort of close to the land of ash and snow.
Yeah. So if you're showing her the map, she doesn't know precisely where. It's somewhere between the peaks of flame and the Valley of Lost Honor. It's all mostly jungle, isn't it? Like, she doesn't know exactly where it is. I mean, you guys are currently at the base of the Mistcliff Mountains, which is northwest from the peaks of flame. Did you just do that red ring thing, Eliza?
No.
How are you doing that?
Sorry.
That's awesome.
You just hold down left click.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, sick.
And obviously, I assume the colour corresponds. If you look at the bottom left, there's a little colour block next to your name.
Hold on, what? Mine's black.
Yeah, because you have authority. Yes.
All right, fair dues. Well, that's we've just learned something there. That's cool. Yeah. So can you see how long your journey is going to be?
Yes.
Whilst you guys are here, is there anything else that you want to ask this Guardian Naga before you leave her shrine?
I can't think of anything.
Wait. There is something Crib's missing. Along the way. No. Oh, well, yes, however, that's not now. Along the way, does he have any allies? Any people that could help him? Instead of marching straight to him, are there any ways we could weaken him before engaging in combat? Any stronghold?
There are no strongholds. However, you may wish to seek the aid of those searching to bring back Mesro to existence. There is a man and his odd companion travelling the jungle, a man being pursued by many parties for his act to play in this great drama that is the Chultan jungle. I do not know his name, neither do I know his strange companion's name, but I know that they seek Mesro, and I know they can support you in killing Raznazi, for their hearts are true. That's one possible hook that might support you. There is a strange man. I mean, I will make a note of this for you and break down the conversation that you've had with what's her face.
Do we know where they are? Do we get a hint of like they're traveling to whatever? You can intercept them there. You won't know who they are.
What race are they as well? That's
Yeah. Can we get like a breakdown of them?
Okay, so one is human male.
Okay, human male.
Who is hundreds and hundreds of years old. As old as Mesro.
So like Elven or Dwarven or something.
No, human.
Oh, you said human.
Human. He's really old.
So
Does he look old?
Gandalf.
no,
Or does he still look young?
he possesses great magic. A magical artifact to which he wishes to use. I do not know what for, but this magic is powerful. Presumably, this magic that he possesses is why there are so many people that are hunting him down. The strange companion, she's got nothing. She's never come across anything like this before. She's an ancient, one of the ancient races of Faerun, and she has never, in all of her time, seen. And she's seen visions of this man and his strange companion. But this strange companion is something she can only liken to a dinosaur or a dragon or a human or a kobold. She doesn't quite know, but it acts in such a civil way. But she has no idea what race, age, what this thing is. So that's one piece of information that she can give you. She just says if you come across them, they can be of great help. Jem, you were asking about strongholds. Is there?
Yeah.
I mean, this is an opportunity. I mean, you've pulled the map out, Surana. Is there anything on that map? Think about your party's travelling. Obviously, you've got Musharraf with you, but is there anything on that map that you want some clarification over? Is there any, you can see that there are locations, you can see that there are other mountains and rivers, and
you see this like huge part of like, the central map, which is just covered.
Yeah.
Can we have her reveal it to her? Sort of on the map. I'm assuming when we like place the map down, it's sort of like it's covered. No one really knows what's there. Can she fill in the map for us?
She cannot fill in the map for you. She isn't that well versed in the landscape. Like she hasn't travelled through the jungles herself, so she doesn't know what is there. What she can do is give you knowledge of certain locations that are on this map, whether you can see those locations or not, because she has lived on this continent for a very long time, and she is aware of notable locations. It's just whether you can ask the right questions.
I think you guys should ask about the peak peaks of flame and the volcanoes, and if they're active, and like the deal about that. Just as advisory.
That's fine. That's fine, Harry, because your role in this role play is advisory. So I'm assuming that would be a question that either of you two ask. The peaks of flame are active volcanoes. She, as you can see on the map, they refer to this part of the peninsula as the land of ash and smoke. The jungle here is dense with ash and smoke. It's almost continual. Yes, there is lots of rain and storms, intense heat, and this mixes with the ash. It's not a particularly pleasant part of the peninsula at all.
Would we need special equipment to traverse that for breathing?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were to venture into the land of ash and smoke, whilst you're in the jungle, you should be relatively fine. The ash and the smoke is filtered out by the trees. It's when you start to traverse on the rocky terrain of the mountains, of the peaks of flame, if you choose to do so, that you would find the conditions slightly more damaging.
What about any place to gather strength?
What do you mean by gather strength?
We are faced the evil you are having us vanquished is strong, and my friends are strong, but are we strong enough? Where would you have us go to gather strength to face this evil?
Okay, so you're asking a question, Jem. Where can we seek power? Where can we gain power? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
There are many places, she whispers in her snake charm-like way, in which you may find powerful artifacts in this land. First and foremost, she mentions a name that seems to be quite dear to her. This place is known as Nangalore.
Mangalore.
Nangalore. Nangalore was once a beautiful garden and contains treasure beyond recognition. If you find Nangalore, you will find a powerful enemy awaits you there, but the treasures that are hidden in this garden will be of great assistance to you. She remembers visiting Nangalore many, many, many years ago, when the ancient Chultans ruled this peninsula. And she remembers travelling from Mesro, and you can see Mesro on your map, can't you? If you look on the northeasterly side, just south. Yeah, Mesro is a city that's.
I see it.
Yeah, Mesro is a coastal city. It's been ransacked plenty of times. There's very little treasure there. But she remembers leaving Mesro, travelling down the river Oolong, and eventually arriving at Nangalore. So you can see the river. You can make a note if you wish as to where Nangalore could possibly be.
I would also interject. I don't just mean a weapon. A weapon's only as good as the wielder. But strength, I sort of go to the grip where my heart is. Like character. Where can we go?
You mention heart, and the moment that you mention heart, she whispers, "The heart of Ubtao." The heart of Ubtao is an infamous landmark on the Chultan Peninsula. It sits in the very centre of the continent, a huge chunk of rock that has been pulled out of the land itself and floats magically in the air. Easy to spot because it is in the shape of a human heart, but thousands of times bigger. The reason it got its name, the Heart of Ubtao, she explains, is that when it rains, the water that seeps through the landmass bleaches out of the bottom, and the iron components stain the water red. So it gives this appearance, especially with the tree roots that are in this mass of land floating in the air, look like the arteries and veins of the heart. It gives this appearance of the heart bleeding in moments of storms and of rain. But she does explain, like, again, if you seek great power, the Heart of Ubtao contains many magical artifacts, although she doesn't know who currently lives there. Many Many Chultans believe that this is a sacred place because it is the actual heart of their god. But of course, yeah.
Did she say where that?
In the centre of the continent.
Okay,
so it could be anywhere north of the Peaks of Flame or south of Camp Righteous.
Can I ask about these islands? Like, even if they're off like the main body of Chol, are there any civilizations there which can offer assistance?
Civilizations?
Or allies, per se? People that were driven off the main continent from the olden time?
You've got races of Minotaur people, she explains. Crude, obsessive, unintelligent creatures. They seem to litter here and there, but they don't have any great civilization. Island races of Chultans. You get Huang Tai mostly along the Sanrach Mountains and the Sky Lizard Mountains. Yeah, but the islands tend to have, they're either uninhabited or they contain lesser species. Perhaps kobolds, lizard men, maybe the odd Chultan tribe, but no great powers that she is aware of.
When we leave here, your temple, where would you have us go immediately?
She thinks about this. She wants you to rid Chult of Raznazi. Therefore, she wants you to get to Omu as quickly as possible. The safest route in which she suggests, bear with me, would be no longer find some time to travel eastwards. There you will find a tributary of the river Tarf. If you can find or fashion a canoe, you will travel far quicker, and that will take you southwards. If you keep following the river Tarf, you'll eventually end up in the Jahaka Bay. But she warns you that Jahaka Bay is riddled with pirates. If you were to get off at the place called Ataz Kahakla, this isn't a dangerous place per se, but it would be quite treacherous in climbing out, because that's like quite a large canyon / valley. So if you follow the river into that canyon, you're going to have to climb out of it back up into the jungle proper. Whereas if you go to the coastline, you could continue travelling south, but there's the risk of encountering pirates. But you then stay out of the jungle, and you'll be travelling south past the Cobalt Mountains. And then it would be a case of climbing the mountains, travelling over them to where you would find Harakma. But again, she advises you not to enter Harakma through fear that, you know, her efforts of trying to support you would be wasted, and you just become dragon food, really. And then you can enter the Valley of Lost Honor and just follow that valley all the way to Omen. If, however, you were to climb into the jungle, she recommends just heading south. Continually just head south through the jungle terrain until you reach the Peaks of Flame.
So she just wants to go straight there. Don't even bother trying to empower yourself.
Well,
you just want to go.
Yeah, she recommends. You know, she wants you to get there. But if you're asking specifically, she can't tell you where the heart of Ubto is.
But travelling south through the jungle would probably have us go through, and we would see it in the sky, right?
She knows that the River Tarf, if you were to take that river, there is a junction before that you get to Ataz Kahakla, the Cliff Canyon area. There is a junction that you can take where the river splits in two and flows into the Aldani Basin. And the Aldani Basin is a huge waterway in the centre of the continent. And that is mostly water. So although she doesn't know the terrain very well, because it's mostly water, if you do have boats, you should be able to traverse that fairly quickly. And that could push you close to the heart of Ubtao. It could even bring you closer to that river Oolong, which she believes also flows into the Aldani Basin, which we know that Nangalore is close by as well. So it's up to you guys. You know, she's given you a lot of information there.
Yeah.
But is that everything? Is there anything else that you wish to ask?
For me, no.
Okay, Jem?
You spoke about the Queen's passing. Do they no longer have spiritual forms such as yourself?
The Queen that passed from Mesro does have a spirit. Some believe that when Mesro regains power, she will then come alive once more and rule with her lover the land of Chult. Although she kind of views this in skepticism. She's never met or seen truth of this spirit queen. Do you have any questions, Harry? I know that you're not here, but you are through your party if you want. If there's anything.
I'm just thinking maybe, well, like you said, there are the fire newts, the other minotaurs, the other lesser races, other stuff. Is there a way we could sort of unite them in a way and sort of form some sort of militia?
She admires this question. I'm assuming Kriv would ask this if in your absence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're talking thousands of years on this Chultan Peninsula, and no one has succeeded in uniting these lesser species. They are as much at war with themselves in their own tribal communities as they are against other groups that have existed here. So to do that, you would have to completely reorder the social sphere and give them something to believe and fight for. But
Great way to do that, to be honest.
you've had gods that have come and gone on this peninsula that have failed to do so. So if you can get it to work, then you will become perhaps a god in your own right.
I mean, you know what? With all the information we got about the treasures locked away down past Mesro, and everything going into that, I reckon we just head there and rebuild it.
What, Mesro?
Honestly, yeah. Everything keeps coming back to the city of Mesro, and there was the treasure that was there, so powerful artifacts. Also the heart. I'm assuming the river goes down, even from Mesro, we can get closer, and then we can travel south.
Well, the heart's
and then
the
this
centre of the
guy,
island, right?
yeah, and then this guy is also trying to get to Mesro. I think we're at the wrong side of Chol.
Yeah, so we have to go
I'm
past the heart.
Yeah,
to get to Mesro.
Crib's gonna voice this.
I'll tell you what, right? I'll write all of this stuff down. I'll put it into the Discord chat, all the information that you've been given, because the whole point of today's session really was just to give you the plot hook. So you've had, as a group, you've played around in the jungle, you've had random encounters, you've seen what the jungle is like, you've got a taste for it. Now I'm giving you a little bit of direction, and I want you guys to decide as a group where you're going to go. So if I put out all of your options, obviously you've got to take into consideration Musharrab's feelings, because he is a dwarf, he is helping you.
Crib says we honour the agreement with Musharrab. Then we head back to Port Nanzuru and we travel round to Mesro. And then from Mesro we can go down through the bay to find where the treasure is, so we can gain strength. Just find the heart, then
that seems like it would take a long time.
Yeah.
However, we are on a time crunch, but we can't run in to kill ourselves. Kriv refuses to send his friend. Kriv, any solution or to the answer that does not which involves us heading there immediately, Kriv refuses to send his friends to die.
Musharrab's place is value of lost honour. It would completely be a waste of time if we went all the way down there, all the way back up to Port Nanzuru, and then to Mesro. We might as well go across to Mesro, take the way down, fix this curves or whatever, and then help out with.
Yeah, we should be stronger by then.
Yeah.
So either way, we should go to Mesro. We should go to Mesro first. Yeah. So it's either we cut across the jungle, we can go past Camp Vengeance, and then across the mountains, or we can go back to Port Nanzuru and then sail around.
I think we should maybe tail back to Camp Vengeance, restock everything. There's probably going to be some more stuff there.
Can I ask about Mabala? Mabala.
Mabala?
I'm going to
Mabala. Can I just I see it all the time, and it's just hidden away in the map. Can I ask the Great Spirit, the Great Queen, about Mabala?
Yeah, so this is a known location. This is discussed quite often within Chult itself. Let me just get the information. It is a city, I believe, or a temple. I can't quite remember. I'm just going to find it for you now, Jem. Won't be a second.
Okay, I'm going to go. If there's anything necessary, could you put it in the Discord for me, please?
Yeah, I'll update the Discord, Eliza. You just keep a read through, and then the next game we play, you guys can have a proper discussion as a group as to what you want to do.
Okay.
See you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. Cool.
Bye, Eliza.
Jem, I'm just looking now. Mbala, where the hell are you? Bangalore, don't want you. Mesro, Mr. Cliffs.
Should be towards the beginning because it's MB, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got 1,800-foot high plateau with sheer cliffs, huge boulders, cliff faces. Basically, it's a huge plateau in which you would have to climb to the top of. So it's like it rises out of the jungle, and there's no known way to get up there other than climbing or through magic. Although there are paths that seem to go there, but it takes quite a lot.
Mm.
You get some stunning views up there, though. You'll be able to. You
Any
should.
people that live there?
Yeah, if you were to get to Mabala, the spirit explains to you. I'm going to write this down, Jem, so I remember to put it into the chat. You should get a decent view of the entire jungle centre. So that will open up a lot of the map for you.
That'll be extremely handy.
Because you'd have quite an advantage. So it's a high plateau in which you can climb up and unlock a lot of the map. What's this? Yep. Hold on. Yeah. It used to be the seat of a small kingdom. Most of the structures are wooden. It was only a small kingdom, but nobody lives there now. Rumour has it, the residents that once lived and resided on this plateau were wiped out by a powerful witch. So Mabala, that in itself could be of interest.
And the last question I had is by or down past Mega is Care Prize Sabal, the other known, talked about location but hidden from the map.
Where are you looking? I can't see this one.
So it's you see where Measure is as the Malal or the valley, and
Yep.
down there's Kriv Sabal
Care
by
Sabal.
Refuge Bay.
Okay, bear with me. So this is K.
Thanks, Harry.
Harakma. Oh my god, that is insane. I've gone too far. So ABCJ K.
KIR, so towards the middle beginning.
Kitchers Inlet, Lake Lao. House. Care Sabal. Here we go. This is an ancient place, a monastery, and it is the city of the Arakocra. So you've already met Arakocra, a small community in the Mistcliff Mountains. Kersebal is the densest population of the Arakocra. It's a holy place for the Arakocra.
Okay. So we get some leeway. Not gonna be kill on sight. However, okay.
So do you want me to write that down as well, Jem?
Yes, please. Yeah, that's the last questions Kriv has. I'll get back to you on the charm he has. I'm still deciding on that.
Yeah. Can you guys see the red?
Yeah, I see
line?
the red line.
So what I'm doing here, I'm just mapping out like your journey. Obviously, this has taken you, I think, like 20 odd days or so. to go from port 90 to here.
Each hex is 10 miles.
Is it 10 miles?
It says in the bottom right, there's a little legend that says each hex is 10 miles.
So you've travelled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't count them now. You can figure that out. You did have another trip, didn't you? When you decided.
Yeah, we sailed down to Camp Righteous.
You went down the river, didn't you? So I'm going to do another one.
Is that still holding?
What?
Did we go to Camp Vengeance or Camp Righteous? We went to one of the camps and we had to hold it. You know what? Can I ask about that? Does Camp Righteous still stand?
Camp Righteous was failed. She doesn't know anything about these camps because they're relatively new. They were set up by the Order of the Gauntlet, and then you guys went back on that. So that was your first trip. So your first venture into the jungle was the green one. Your second venture is this red line, and you've got further. Yeah. So, Jem, have you finished asking questions?
I'm going to say yes, because I feel like Kriv's asked too many to be still considered a gunnish character.
Okay, that's fine. So, yourself and Surana leave the temple, and as you do so...
I bow.
Yeah, that's fine. The Naga seems to rest back down, and the Chewinga go about their business. As you two leave, quite oddly, you walk out, and it is the height of morning time. You know, you entered this place when it was the middle of the night. You come out, and it is now well entrenched in sunlight and you know mid morning, I would argue, which is quite strange. What you turn around and you can see inside the shrine is still very much the same. Do you want to re-enter?
I won't re-enter, but I will sort of call out. If we ever do come back, I'll be free to return, or must we complete the same steps again?
You get no answer, Jem. There is no answer.
Well then, I'll say my goodbyes to the Queen once more before I go to leave.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to end the game there for today then, guys. I think we've got through a lot of, the narrative plot that we've got forward. So